Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo. A painting goo. A painting you. A painting me. A painting you. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting you. Painting me. Painting you. Painting goo. Painting goo. Give it up for Myro the Monkey, praying us in on another glorious episode of Painting Goo this fine Tuesday. Painting goo, 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 goo. Paint, paint. Ah, sip. Painting goo, 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 sip. Painting goo, painting goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Bring it home, Myro. Do it for the Fitty Motors. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. That's it, Myro. Give it up for our very own Myro the Monkey, beautifully stroking the piano keys as the people fire in onto the Painting Goo vessel as we get ready to set sail on another adventure. Well, not really, we're still in St. Vincent's. But, anyway, I'm trying to keep themes going. Apparently we're on a boat. I'm on a boat and it's painting goo and I'm sick of going to the Africa. And if you have any honor, you will place some coinage in the monkey's bowl. That's why I have a giant sign there that says tip bowl. Because this monkey's survival depends on you. Painting goo 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 goo. Myro gives it his all every day here on Painting Goo. Why? Because otherwise, he won't be fed, he won't be clothed, and I might just make him sleep outside. Which is possible. Painting Goo Goo. Strap those monkey keys, you little monkey. Painting goo 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 goo. Remind these filthy mortars what beauty is. Painting goo, painting goo, it's painting goo. Such beautiful tunage from the monkey. Painting goo. Oh. Oh. My sip went down the wrong way. Oh god. Oh. Oh, bring it home, Myro. Do it for the people, Myro. Remind these filthy mortars that beauty still exists in this degenerate realm. Painting goo 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 goo. Bring it home, Myro. Make these mortars fear it in the bottom of their spina. Oh. You fuck up there, Myro. That's it, Myro. Get frustrated with the piano. It's so beautiful. That's a good monkey. That's a good monkey. Some beautiful piano praying from the monkey. Everybody put your hands together for Myro the monkey praying us another glorious episode of Paintingu. And now we switch over to our brother Garros, clad in his aluminium bucket and sunglasses, reminding all you mortals to like and subscribe to Paintingu. Or else I will fling my 865-pound tiger at you. Why is he clad in an aluminium bucket and sunglasses? My glorious Japanots? We are now Japanots. We're not Japanites. Fuck. My glorious Japanites know why. I have told his story many times. I rescued him from Dom Branco, a degenerate hidden deep in the Colombian jungle, distributing cocaine to the locals. He captured Garros, this beautiful specimen of a feline, and kept him hostage, and fed him cocaine, to such a point that he gained X-ray vision. So, I strapped a bucket on his head, put some sunglasses on it, kept his X-ray vision at bay, and now he reminds you to like and subscribe to Paintingu. There's Myro again. Our beautiful resident monkey praying us in on Paintingu. And here I am, the Paintingu Posse, again, this fine Tuesday, bringing you joy for tunage, epic rantage, some painting occasionally, and hopefully to remind you in a somewhat comedic and often vain, vague, and uneducated philosophical attempt to motivate and reinstill some honor in you filthy mortals! My royal and dedicated Paintingu Posse and beautiful Japanites, my beloved Japanites, are one of many yet few groups of people, mortals, demigods, bears, figments of your imagination. We sit and we wait as Babylon burns. But one cannot just wait. One must create. Waiting, being either, or having eithers, is dishonorable. One must simply make things, do things, be things. For example, today, I shall pray DJ as I paintingu. Today I wish not to vibrate your ear holes with my endless ranting. Today I want some tunage. I want some thumping epic tunage. Why? Because last night I watched The Last Dragon. A beautiful film. An epic film. A hilarious film. And part of me just wants to sit here and rant and talk about how much I love martial arts and I love The Last Dragon movie, but this is PEINTEINGU, and I've done enough talking lately, so let's listen to some tunes as I finish off this Giga Mouse and wedding cake. Begone from me, advertisement.
He will bring the prince to manhood and help him to destroy.
I've only had one coffee so far, and it's that one, and I'm halfway through it.
The evil warrior has sent a team of assassins led by.
The evil warrior has sent a team of assassins to fuck with my sleep patterns lately. No, I'm not a victim. I'm doing it to myself. By staying up late and watching things like The Last Dragon, but it was so worth it. If you've never seen The Last Dragon, watch it. I've seen it like 15 years or some shit. Who's the prettiest? Show off! Who's the most badass? Show off! Who's the greatest in all of Harlem? Show off! He's probably one of the funniest looking motherfucker. I think I wanna model Defender's future appearance on Show Enough. I thought that last night. I was like, when I have to invest in a new kimono and shit, because this one's like falling apart. Every time I wash it, it just like starts tearing itself asunder. And watching The Last Dragon last night, I was looking at Show Enough and I was just like, oh my god, that's perfect. You know the fucking 80s shades that aren't shades, they're just like rows, they're like lines of plastic. It's like a fucking, it's like a French, it's like a, what do they call them? It's like French blinds, but they don't move. Like, you know the ones I'm on about, like, there's no glass, it's just plastic, it's just like gaps. There's like a Japanese flag in the middle of them, he does, like, Show Enough! The Shogun of Harlem. Man, I love, Japanese, like, hip-hop shit. Like, the whole Shanghai black ghetto stuff is some of the fucking funniest, coolest, most entertaining shit you'll ever get into. Like, Bruce Leroy, so fucking funny. Right, Scout Sparrow, welcome to PEINTEINGU. Our mod is here. That's my favorite part of, like, Scouts. Scouts is like never here, and then he shows up and it's like, oh, our mod's here. What's the crack? You well? Are you have you taken off work yet? Or are you still working your fucking arse off? Scout Bear's fucking been crushing it, just like doing crazy hours because the money's like ridiculous. He's like, it'd be stupid not to with the money he's getting. It's because there's so much construction going on right now. You know, with all the immigrants being fucking bussed in to stay in 5-star hotels and all, like, and sticking them in fucking cruise liners and churches and like abandoned halls and buildings and fucking 5-star hotels and shit, and fucking the people have been bitching and moaning for long enough now that they're just building a load of apartment blocks and housing estates to put all the immigrants into. Oh man, the realm is like going through a tumultuous time right now. And you guys see what happened to Khabib? Fucking Khabib got raided by the Russian government. And I think Khabib tried to evade tax, like 3 million worth of tax, and he's left Russia and he's in like Abu Dhabi and he's like, nah, I'm not going back. I was just watching a video on it this morning. Oh god, everybody's like, oh, Connor's gonna love this though. Like, how funny is that shit? Like, how funny is it that there's like ongoing drama in the fighting world? Like, how funny is that? Like, that's how fucked up our timeline is. You know, the fighting world should just be like an 80s fucking, you know, Street Fighter movie or some shit, where it should just be like, you know, over the top and like all about like kind of mix old school wrestling with like blood sport or something. Like, it should be all about the fighting and the fighters and like the fights, you know. It shouldn't be about like merch or like sponsorships or like all this fucking like gambling shit and all, like, do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, depending on the culture, you can't really avoid gambling with fighting, you know. Fucking Asians love their gambling, like, you know. And I think it's like a natural thing. Gambling on a level is a natural thing to do in a context like that, where you're like, who do you think's gonna win? You know? It's like PEINTEINGU. I fucking love this playlist. Rude don't know what love is. Until you know the meaning of the bruise. Oh, Griff, some of your comments are hilarious. Rude don't know what love is until you know the meaning of the bruise. That could be interpreted like, especially when you say it in Japu, because it says bruise instead of blues. But like, you could like interpret that as like, you don't know what love is until you get the shit kicked out of you. Oh god. How dare you, I am not a knot. I know, I fucked that one up, didn't I? Like, it's so hard to stay in character sometimes when like I am actively because I don't like have a script or anything, like, and I'm just like making it up as I go. Sometimes I say something and like I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? It's so hard to stay in character sometimes. Like my go-to like strategy when like if I'm trying to stay in character and then something like that happens and I'm like and I'm trying not to laugh or something, like I'm trying to just stay in flow, my go-to strategy is to either like veer violently and like just come up with another random thing, or just go silent for a minute and just like make faces or some shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, because sometimes you can like spiral out of control or snowball, like if you try to like fix it. Do you know what I mean? You have to just like accept that you fucked up and keep going. Like, it's like life, like, do you know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh no, I fucked up, oh shit. Like, you see people do that, you know? They'll fuck something up and then they'll be like, oh no, and then they'll just be standing there being like, what do I do now? It's like, just keep going. Just fucking run with it, Phil. Like, could you imagine if you were like an American football player and you got the ball and like nobody like say, well, you're running, right? You're running for the end zone and somebody hits you. You wouldn't just like, I don't know the rules, but like instinctively, if the goal is to get to the end zone and somebody hits you and you like drop the ball, instinctively you would like pick the ball back up and run, you know? But depending on the rules of the game, obviously, you would like, if their tackle was like legal or some shit, you had to like drop the ball or something. I don't fucking know. I literally don't know the rules of any of that shit. Like, Because I think in rugby, isn't it a rule or something? It's like if the ball hits the ground, it has to bounce or something before you pick it up. I don't know. Haven't a clue. I find a lot of that shit like stupid. It's like I'd just be like, that's how you score. Play ball. Like, and if somebody gets too violent, be like, you know, just like whoa, 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 whoa. A good ref is all you need, you know. Like, fuck helmets. I was Demon Hunter Bear was like fucking fascinated. He was like, he'd never seen a hurl before. Like Irish hurls, they're basically our version of a baseball bat. They're like skinnier than a baseball bat would, like a baseball bat, you know, like is, well, a baseball bat's quite skinny at the end, and then, you know, it just gets fatter, you know. Well, like hurls, they're not cylindrical, they're like more flat, and they stay skinnier for longer, but then they like wide out at the top. And I kept saying it's like a steel hurl is essentially an axe, right? So you could like you could vaguely make the shape of an axe in wood, and that's basically what a hurl is. Like, it's just not as pronounced, like, you know, the way the head of an axe is like it's very angular, you know. There's like the blade edge, and then it comes in, and it's like a bit of a box head and stuff like that. Like just like imagine just a wide top to the end of the stick, you know. It's essentially what a hurl is like, but it's like flat, so even though it's wood, it's like kind of got an edge to it. Like, they're brutal weapons, like, and we play sports with them and all. Like, it's hilarious. Like, and like for hundreds to thousands of years or whatever, like, they didn't wear fucking helmets when they were playing hurling. Like, man, it fucking, even with the helmets and the shin guards and all, people still come out of a hurling match like covered in blood sometimes. Like, violent as fuck sport. Like, you swing a club like that, like, real quick, like, man, you could easily like kill someone if you hit them in the head with that thing. Like, yeah, they're kind of like a paddle, but like, right, imagine a paddle. Well, you see, a paddle's kind of like a cricket bat. A paddle and a cricket bat are very similar. Typically a paddle is like a short handle and then a circle, you know, or a fairly short handle and then a big rectangle. Like a hurl is like fucking, I'll just get up an image of a hurl, like, and like some of them have steel bands on them and shit. Typically I think they only put them on like if the thing has split and it needs to be repaired, so they like put a steel band around it and nail it together. But I remember picking up one of them that had like the goalies ones are bigger, they're bigger than the rest of the players. So I remember picking up a goalie's hurl that had been banded with steel, like, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, this thing's just like a war club, like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's so funny the way like you guys use the word hurl as in like to get sick or vomit, and we have a thing called a hurl, and it's like a violent war club stick thing. Oh, this one has a metal band on it. No, nice. Okay, can I view the image? There we go. Okay, I'll just share my screen for a minute so you can see this thing. Like, because like, all I know is I don't want to be on the business end of one. Yeah, like, if you've never seen a hurl and then you see one, you're like, dear God, like, what the fuck? Where is it? This one. So that's what they look like. It's literally like, and they're typically made out of a hardwood, like, well, wouldn't baseball bats be made out of the same shit, like ash and stuff? They're made out of ash. Fucking dirty weapon. But it's not even used as a weapon. It's like, we play sports, but it's like sport to us. Like, I think that's so funny. It's like one of the things that makes me like proud to be Irish is like our sport is like crazy, and like our lads don't even get fucking, yeah, like, your hurling is nuts. It's wild, man. They don't even get paid. They're not allowed to be professionals and get paid and sponsored and stuff. Like, our national, like, there's no professionals, like, legally, like, technically. Like, they're pros because, like, they're incredible hurling players. But, like, there's no, like, I don't know what you'd call it. Like we have what's called the Gaelic Athletics Association, the GAA, the GA, which is too close to gay for my liking. Even the word Gaelic, it's just like, eh. I much prefer Gaelic. When you say it with a thick Irish or Scottish accent, like, we're not Gaelics, we're Gaelics. Some shit, like, you know, try and save it from sounding so gay, like. Oh god, what was I gonna do? I was gonna detail the buildings. I need to put the bullet in the mouse's teeth as well. Oh. I just like I have so much shit to talk about lately because I've just been watching a load of interesting stuff and like a load of old movies like The Last Dragon and shit, and loads of stuff has been happening that, like, you know, like typically stuff like would happen in the mainstream that I don't give a fuck about, but stuff keeps happening in the mainstream that I see and I'm like, oh no way, are you serious? Like, and like it's just me and the female here, like, and I don't want to do her head in with like a fucking 2-hour fucking really deep philosophical conversation about what's going on in the realm, like, you know, fucking wreck her head, like. It'd be like her talking to me about fucking Grey's Anatomy for 2 hours or something like that. Sitting there like daydream. Let's road this parrot so that we may goo. Japanites in space. Yeah, we were already talking about that yesterday, weren't we? That we should your man Will Rider was talking about doing a UFO thing. Come on, you black bastard, you. Of course the black one's just way more awkward, like, you know. The black one took way more coaxing, like, do you know what I mean? Like, fucking come on, like. White just came right out, like, you know, just another day, you know. Where are the other 47 Ronin? They're all dead. They're all dead. Fucking useless cunts. They just couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the goo. Half of them couldn't even paint. Call yourself Japanese, you can't even paint. Fucking blasphemy. You're still working, you nutcase. When I talk about people in the bear community that like inspire me and make me feel like a fucking lazy piece of shit, is Scouse Bear. Scouse Bear's work ethic and like outlook on life is saintly. Like, dude, you make me feel like such a fucking degenerate. Like, you're such a hard worker. Scouse Bear is one of them people that if more people were like Scouse Bear, the world would be a better place. I mean, like, he called his dog Frodo, man. And then when you see the dog, you're just like, oh my god, look. People who have, like, hilariously unique and epic names for their fucking dogs and shit, like, I have so much respect for. I always wanted to get a Rottweiler and, like, a Jack Russell and call the Jack Russell Boomer and the Rottweiler Biscuit. I just thought that would be an adorable pairing. You know, like, these are my dogs, Boomer and Biscuit. Like, everybody would assume that the one called Biscuit is the little Jack Russell and the one called Boomer is the huge Rottweiler. But, like, I'd do it the opposite way. Exactly for that reason. Big dumb Rottweiler called Biscuit, man. Like, I fucking love that. Like, it really is the simple shit that makes me laugh the most. Like, do you have to shake this shit? think you do. I can't remember. Extra matte. Yeah. Me likey. Shake well before use. Can you hear that? Get some ASMR. Right, that should do it. Sure. I love this Pebeo stuff. It's fucking class, it is. Like, don't get me wrong, the fucking Acro Goo Wash is also class, but it's probably because it's extra matte or something, I don't know. Like, the thing I don't like about the Pebeo shit is it's kind of plasticky. The Goo Wash isn't. The Goo Wash, like, when it hardens, it goes like kind of like rock or chalk or something. But the Pebeo's like fucking plastic. Smell of it and all that. I suppose I could get rid of that. When I was watching the documentary on like how they made Akira and all, I was so like, for me, like, it was fucking, I was just like sitting there like drooling because they had pots of all the knicker. I still think that's every time I say that, it's hilarious. What brand of paint are you guys using? Nika. we use that Nika paint. It's like literally like Nikker or something, I think it is. But they just had all these like 500ml, like half-liter pots on their desks. Everyone, all of them, had like all the colours you could possibly need, just open. They just like get to their desk and they just take all the lids off, and then when they're done, they just put all the lids back on, and there's just this huge pot of paint in front of them. I was just like, oh my god, I can't wait till I'm at that stage where I can afford to do that, where I could just come into my office, just bop, 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 and use all the paints, and then bop, 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 and then go. Because like seriously, the fucking it takes me like, I think it doesn't sound like a lot, but like it takes about 10 minutes to like rearrange the room to be able to do painting goo, and then another 10 minutes to be, like rearrange it to go back so I can go do my other shit. Like, and sometimes I just want to like fucking get like ridiculously Irish. Sometimes it's an absolute head wrecker, like, you know, because I'd be knackered after painting goo. I gotta like take a break for a while, get a bite to eat or whatever, like, and then try and paint again in the evenings for a while. Like, finally got some work done on symmetrical that I'm working on at the moment. My Japanite's seen it. If you're in the Telegram chat, you saw it, and most of these are. So I don't think there's anyone who does be on here who's not in the. Well, I suppose Woo isn't. Hey Woo. Welcome Woo Rideroo to painting goo. See, this stuff is liquid. This stuff is fucking fluid acrylic. Whereas the gouache is like, you know, goo. You know, like it's thick, goopy, and you like water it down and shit. Like, whereas this stuff's like fucking, look at that, it's like dripping everywhere and all. Like, it's glorious. The pigmentation in the Pebeo shit is fucking wild, man. Like, because when I was doing the allegedly boards, I used a big liter tub of Pebeo matte jet black, and it was, or was it jet black? I think it might have been ebony, because I got ivory and ebony and ivory. For anybody who played Devil May Cry, Dante's pistols were called ebony and ivory. I always thought that was awesome. Jesus, that shit really is fluid. Like, fucking, I wouldn't be able to move the palette right now because the yellow will just move everywhere. It's hilarious. Hardwood phrasing, indeed, yeah. they make our clubs with hardwood. It's like they're all erect while they're working. That's wild. Like, it's like Nazis like feeding them Viagra and meth. You guys are gonna be the best carpenters anyone's ever seen in their lives. And just like fucking chiseling away like a fucking madman. Like, oh god. Gay lick games. I know, it's brutal. Like, sounds gay. What do you mean sounds gay? It literally has gay. The gay is the first part of it. The first part of it is literally gay. It doesn't sound gay. It is gay. Train some youngsters up, Scouts. You should be a foreman. Yeah, he'd make a deadly foreman. Why, thank you. Oh man, like you're like you don't get enough praise as far as I'm concerned. Like, you're fucking unreal, man. Like, and considering how small you are, like, it just makes it more impressive, you know? You tiny fuck. How funny is it that I'm the Irish one, but like Scouse is legit. Like Scouse could have like gone to the fucking casting thing for like Fellowship of the Ring, and like they wouldn't have had the CGI the nigga. Like they would, like they should have. Fuck Elijah Wood and the other lads. Like Scouse is so small, they wouldn't have had to use any camera trickery, any of that shit. His hair's already permed, his feet are already hairy. He's literally a hobbit, but he's English, you know. So I don't know. The accent probably wouldn't have been understandable. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, box office debacle. Everybody complaining because they can't understand the Hobbit. Alright! Like, the fuck did Frodo just say? Everybody give a shout out to Woo. He's not feeling great today. What's wrong with you, Woo? We can't just pray for your health and not know what's wrong with you. You know? We can't just be like, I pray Woo's better. Well, I suppose you could. It's too vague for me though. I want details. What's wrong with you? You dying? Cancer? Did you get hit by a bus this morning? Did you wake up with a bit of rebar sticking out the side of your head? What happened? Yeah, what paint you want? Nika, please. Yeah. Oh, it's so, like, shit just writes itself. Props to 2 Acre for hooking you up yesterday. What a legend, more goo. Oh man, like, well, I probably wouldn't be able to. I could use the fucking. I could use the monkey cam. Wait till you see this. Because I was doing work on a symmetrical yesterday, I used the bed in the room to like put a lot of stuff on that I'm like currently using and shit. Wait till you see this. I have all the shit like laid out. You see the 3 racks basically. There's like, that's all the. They're small, but like that's a lot of paint. Like, you know, like they're only 20 mils, but like I said, I have dupes of some of them. Where's my finger? So like this is the original that I bought myself like weeks ago, and that's been like, you know, I haven't been using that shit on painting. I've been using that shit on like my own projects and stuff like. And these are the 2 that 2 Acre got me. So what's it? 36, 72. Fucking like I've over 100 of these, and like most of them are like different colors and shit. There's some dupes, which is like, that's like a good thing, you know. So I have like some colors I have 40 mils of, some colors I have 60 mils of, and because of the nature of the paint, because of the nature of the product, you get a lot out of it when you mix it with water and stuff, you know. Like a lot, a surprising amount, you know, which is weird, like, for me anyway. I know all about paint. I've had a painting company. Yeah, I know, you said that before. I thought that was mental. I was like, no way, we have a dude who like owns a painting store. Can paint houses with the best of them, just not good at canvas painting. Yeah, well, like they're 2 completely different things, like, you know. Like what would you say, commercial painting, or just like house paint, like just like block color painting is a completely different skill, you know. Like the scale is almost always like way bigger, like, you know, the canvas is like this big, like, but like how houses and buildings and shit, like it's like they use totally different paint. It's a totally different craft, like, you know. And it is a craft, like, you know, because like some people are ridiculously good at that shit, like where they could paint every room in a house in a day, you know, whereas like other people, it take like that, probably every room in a house, depending on the house, like your average 4-bedroom house or something, like every single room. Like, I don't know, that'd probably take me a fucking week to do or something, like. And I'm an artist, like, you know. And I'd probably make a fucking mess of the place, like, you know. Some kind of growth on me jaw just found out and it causing issues in my ears and pressure in my head. You need a cleanse, nigga. You need a cleanse. Sounds like a cyst or some shit, like. Is it on the outside or the inside? Is it like subdermal or like exdermal? Exodermal? I don't know what the word is. Like, is it like growing out of your jaw like some kind of fucking... I'm not a baby, I'm a tumor. Shout out to Hellboy. Like, it's one of my favorite scenes in that movie. Gucci goo! I'm not a baby, I'm a tumor. It's like, ugh. Like, then they did that in Total Recall as well, didn't they? What was your man's name? Oh, I can't remember. He had a weird name. Like, your man just like opens his top and is like, like the prosthetics and shit back then were nasty looking. Like, they're all real wet looking and shit. Like, oh god. Right. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just do a black outline on the rest of them. It looks grand. Like, from a distance. Up close, it looks like kind of shit. But whatever. They're just the background. It doesn't matter. I need to stop doing that where I'm like, no, it needs to be perfect, and I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck? It's a giant mouse with a boombox and a machine gun. Like, just shut the fuck up and paint the poxy thing. Oh god. And the man himself, to Eker Indibaru, has arrived. You honor us with your presence, Moose Killer. I think I might have missed a load of shit in the chat, but I don't think I did. There's all stuff about hurling. Yeah, have any of you guys ever seen The Last Dragon? He's not a movie I'm on about. I want to know, like, I'd say Demon Hunter or Stabberdo maybe has seen it. Like, if you haven't seen The Last Dragon, well, I'd say Scouse has probably seen it for some reason. The female had never seen it. I fucking love it. I think it's a brilliant film. It's funny, uplifting. Good movie. I nearly want to watch it again. Like, it's one of the, like, it's nearly 2 hours long and all. It doesn't feel like it though. Really sucks out of nowhere. I've had a few things, man, like where like just you wake up with some skin thing or a fucking bite or like swelling. I've also like I woke up one day, I remember feeling like I think I was just really low on like some kind of mineral or something at the time, but like for the whole day it felt like I was gonna like have it felt like I was either gonna pass out or have a fucking heart attack or something. Like, I was like, the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I've had some mad shit, man. Like, one of the, like, when I came back from surgery, I obviously caught it from like someone in the hospital or some shit. Like, but when I came back from surgery on my hernia, I came home and I had the skin on my hands and feet started falling off. Like, I'm not even playing, I'm not exaggerating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at first it just looked like I had some dry skin, and then within days I was like, my skin was like peeling off my hands and feet to the point where I was bleeding, and I started to get really worried. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I've got some kind of like flesh-eating bacteria or some shit. Like, and I obviously got it from the hospital, like, which is crazy, you know? It's fucking crazy, like. freaked the fuck out of me. Like, got these like little like they were like paper dipped in tea tree like booties and gloves. I was just like on the bed, like lying there, like couldn't do anything for hours. Just had these things on me, like, and that killed it. Whatever the fuck it was, what it was, that killed it, and I was fine. But for a few days, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's one of the only things that ever happened to me where I like started to get a bit scared. Where like I was like, oh my god, like, how bad is this gonna get? Like, like. It's one of those things that like it creeps up on you, because initially you're just like, oh, I've just got really dry skin at the moment. Maybe it's like a side effect of some of the drugs they gave me, or I don't know, maybe I'm just really dehydrated or something. Because like I'm not a worrier, you know. I always like think positively initially. I'm like, I'm sure it'll be fine, you know. It's probably just this, and then like a few days later, like, maybe not. Shit. Excellent! So much good! Your Japanites are rare and legendary. You know you're talking about yourself. You know you're a Japanite. Like, like you're bigging yourself up there as well. Like, your Japanites are rare and legendary. He says as a Japanite. That's hilarious. I'll see you later, brother. Much love. Thanks for coming. Total Recall, great movie. Great movie. I never saw the remake. Was it trash? The bit in the original where like they get exposed to the fucking the like no atmosphere in Mars or whatever, and they're like, like their eyes like pop out of their head. I like there was no need for that other than it's like a gore porn shock value thing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like it was crazy. Oh, it's fucking mental. Sometimes I just wish they would leave a movie as it is and stop trying to remake them. Yeah, totally, definitely, completely agree. Like even though was it like 2008 or something? Thing was like alright. It's nothing compared to the original Thing. And I had never seen the original Thing, and like a former best friend of mine fucking shouted to me and all. Like I was like, oh my god! Like so it started being one of those movies that I would fall asleep to, which is crazy because it's the Thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like a fucking sci-fi horror movie, but it's like it's such a good movie, narratively, and like it's real simple and easy to follow, but like creepy. It's weird. It's like. There's a few movies like that where I would just stick them on, and because they're such good movies, regardless of the genre or what kind of like emotional or like fight or flight, like, you know, stimulus you would get from the movie, because the movie's so good and you like it so much, you can just stick it on and fall asleep to it. Like, show enough painting goop, bro. I'm not even messing. Like after I watched The Last Dragon, I was like, I should do like a bust. Like a shoulder up, or maybe more, maybe like from the like chest up or something, because his shoulders would be cool and all, because of the costume he's wearing. But I want to do like a fucking because like my symmetrical paintings are like very similar to portraits in a sense, because a portrait is like a face-on portrait is very symmetrical. So I was thinking like it'd be cool to try and do a show enough painting, because those colors are awesome. Like you got like blood red, and then like cherry red, and then the gold, and then like jet black, and then the white and red and stuff from the fucking Japanese flag. It's a cool color profile, and his hair is hilarious looking. He's got like an afro, but he's got a top knot, you know, like a bit of the afro is in a top knot and all. Like it's fucking so. And then those shades, the shades complete it. the shades fucking completed. Like, it's fucking it's actually very similar to, like, I've got a top knot and I'm wearing a kimono and I had shades on. Like, that's hilarious. There's a few syncs that happened in the last few weeks where it was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, weird shit. I haven't seen The Last Dragon, but I did finally see Godzilla -1 the other night. Great crack. I don't know if I watched -1. I'm not sure. I did, like, the last Godzilla movie I watched, I did enjoy it. You know? I can't remember what the fuck it was, though. Was it the one where you're one Bobby in it? Mini Bobby Brown, whatever her fucking name is. I think it was the one with her in it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But yeah, like, fucking Kong gets a hold of, like, a fucking magical tribal ancestral axe and shit, and it just so happens to be made out of one of the energy, like, armor plate spike things that, like, that Godzilla has on his back. It's like, it's cool. It is cool. Like, it's definitely entertaining, you know. There wasn't really any part that I remember anywhere it was like, oh, this fucking shit, like, you know. It was good. And, like, isn't that all, like, that's all we want from, that's one of the reasons why, like, all this shit with media has become such a headache. Is because all we want to, like, all we want is a good story, you know? Like, that's all, that's the only reason any of this exists in the first place. Is because people love a good story. It's also why they fake shit, you know? That's why psyops work. Like, think about it. That's fundamentally why psyops work on people. Everybody loves a good story, you know? Is it exciting? Is there naked women in it? What's the formula? Like, you know, fear, sex, all the primal shit, violence, you know, all the shit that hits your fucking lizard brain. That's how they get you. When I was in the shop earlier, I was trying to see if I could find a local equivalent of the stuff that Denmark Bear got me, because I'm out of it already. I fucking blasted through that shit. And I'm telling you now, Denmark Bear
I am the ghost.
exaggerated the efficacy of that stuff. Tastes amazing. I didn't put like a significant amount of weight on, like. I think my metabolism is just crazy fucking fast. Grown quite fond of this playlist. It's quite good, yes. It's great crack, as you potato boyos say. Oh, no, I always thought that's so funny. Like, we have a thing called a hurl, and that's the word you guys use for, like, vomiting. And our word for a good time is the word you guys use for a fucking class A illegal drug. So funny, like, language is hilarious when you start comparing languages and like listing the similarities and differences and stuff. Like, brilliant. Like, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, is pretty good though. So you guys have never seen it? No way. You need to watch The Last Dragon. I've seen that too. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. It's pretty good, yeah. Last Dragon's fucking brilliant, man. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Do, 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 do. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. We was seen it. We was seen The Last Dragon, have you? Remake was trash, horrible. The remake of what? Fucking Total Recall. Fucking Colin Farrell, wouldn't it? And I like Colin Farrell. He's good and shit. In Bruges is one of like best movies I've ever seen in my life. It's hilarious. You're a fucking inanimate object. I love it. Is there anywhere? Yeah, I watched Deadliest Catch. Good show. Imagine being on one of them boats. Fucking terrifying. Forgot all about that one. Only saw it a handful of times. Yeah, I didn't watch Deadliest Catch like all the time. I've seen it a few times. Some of those shows were really good. Some of those Discovery Channel shows that kind of had the same formulaic structure. I really enjoyed. There was like the Gold Rush Wars or some shit, like Deadliest Catch. Then there was like, you know, Animal Cops Phoenix and fucking like all sorts of cool shows that I regularly watched for ages. A lot of my years in secondary school, like especially during the summer, like I was just like eating a lot of junk food, watching really entertaining educational shit. Like that's a hard job to have. The worst part is the sleep deprivation. They work like 18 hours a day. I couldn't do it. Oh yeah, fuck that, man. Like I do like working on a fishing trawler in cold seas for like maybe a few months to like see how I'd handle it, you know, cause like it is one of those like working on an oil rig or something. Like I've always like I would like opportunities to do things like temporarily to see how I match up in that environment, you know, but definitely like doesn't appeal to me as like a lifestyle or a way of life or living or job or whatever. Like the idea of doing something dangerous that has a great benefit to other people appeals to me, you know. Like that would have been the main reason that people became warriors back in the day, like, you know, because like not everyone was a warrior. Still loads of dudes who were still like fucking potters and bricklayers or weavers or fucking like artists or fucking blacksmiths, all sorts of shit, like, do you know what I mean? Like, or if you weren't a warrior, you were like a really good archer, but you weren't like necessarily really any use in close quarters, but you could shoot a bow like a motherfucker, like, do you know what I mean? It's all sorts of different shit, like. these days, though, it's like a weird setup in our timeline where like you see all these people making obscene amounts of money doing just like soul destroying, sellout, fucking awful shit. Like, and when you see that, if you're like us and you're like, fuck that, I don't want to do that, I wouldn't, like, you know, I have a bit of fucking self-respect and like a sense of honor, like I don't want to fucking be like these people, like, you know, regardless of the income or the benefits or perks or, you know, notoriety, whatever. You're left with a situation where you have to like do what essentially we have all done here, at least here, and like completely alter your perception based on logic and reasoning and an appreciation for things like beauty and like have faith in shit, like, you know, like your value system completely changes. Well, not changes, I mean, like my value system's pretty much always been the same. Like there's a frustration to watching demons, you know, it's like the whole like crime doesn't pay, but then you see all these criminals getting paid. You know, and then like when you take it like in a literal sense, it's like lots of the people who work in government are criminals. Like the government is a criminal like entity, like in a sense, you know. It's crazy. It's incredibly frustrating. So it's totally understandable why a lot of people are just like, fuck this shit. Like, I mean, I was like that. I get it, like. But it's unfortunate to see so many people, like, generally, not all the time, generally, like, you know, fucking, they just don't look like they're getting it, you know. I think it's like, it's not as bad when you see like somebody, like I'm 32 right now. You see younger people than me, their 20s, early teens, late teens, whatever, falling for all this psyop shit, whatever, like, it's not as bad. And plus you see a lot of the new generation is actually starting to see all this shit, like, you know, and they get it, like. But all the people like with kids and jobs and like they're kind of like locked in, they're the ones I feel real sorry for. These boomer types who like, if somebody says like, no, I don't think we went to the moon, they like freak the fuck out. Like, I feel bad for those people. The integrity of like your contentment in life rests upon stories that you're so emotionally invested in. But like, it's crazy to me, like, you know? Like, even with all the fucking love I had for all these like franchises, I think from like Marvel to fucking Warhammer or something, like, yeah, like you're watching a video on YouTube or something and I'd be watching what they're doing to these things that were once like incredibly entertaining and like, you know, for lack of a better term, at one point at least, good, true, beautiful for the most part. And I get a sense of like anger and frustration and disappointment and stuff. But like, that's it, you know? I'm quickly just like, yeah, well, if somebody like me or like somebody, there's always somebody out there making something. Do you know what I mean? Alternatives are always just like around the corner. Especially in today's age where like shit happens so quickly. I can imagine a situation where media starts to get like really good quite quickly. But we just have to like maybe... It's probably just gonna be not as convenient. Which is like, that's it. It's just not as convenient. But like it's way better entertainment. You know? Just like unauthorized. And like unauthorized is fairly fucking convenient, let me tell you that much. Like I've been subscribed to unauthorized.tv since they fucking made the fucking thing. And like, yeah, not gonna lie, like as a European user from the beginning, like right at the start, it was pretty trash, you know. Buffering wasn't great, like connection wasn't good. It worked, you know. It fucking worked. Like, content's awesome though. That Rachel Fulton Brown woman, like she's like got some heavy gravy when it comes out to the Lord of the Rings and the Bible shit and all. Like, Vox is fucking awesome. And then obviously there's Big Bear himself. Razor Fist is like really good. Like, your man John De La Rosa seems alright. I've only seen one thing of his though. I'm not into comic books. I really like the art. I love the art, but like I'm not a reader. Like, you know, even if it is just speech bubbles. Yeah, I've seen The Last Dragon, Shown Off, great movie. Total Recall remake is trash. Yeah, Last Dragon's class. Shown Off is hilarious. Such a good bad guy. I've been watching Gold Rush / Whitewater. What's Whitewater about? Painting goo, painting goo. Used to watch Axemen a lot. Logging is a pretty intense profession. Yeah, I'd like out of like, if you started listing all the like kind of intense ones, I think I'd go for logging. I'd love to just be like whacking logs out of it all day with an axe, or using chainsaws, or like ropes and spikes and harnesses and shit to like climb a tree. And then like don't get me wrong, like that shit's like, I'm not saying that, oh yeah, I'd be grand at. No, I'd be like, if I was like 70-ish, when you start to get high enough where like if you fell and you couldn't like hit something in between or catch yourself somehow, and you're just gonna fall for like, you know, a second or two and then hit the ground, man, like I would be like, whoa, shit, boy. Like, but I'm not scared of heights, you know. It's just like, I'm not retarded. So like when I'm in a contextual situation where I'm like, okay, if I fuck up right now, I could like either suffer a permanent injury or like maiming or death, you know, like I act accordingly. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what you should do. Like, but I also do have a reckless side to me that is like kind of an adrenaline junkie. But I have a pretty good hold on it. Like sometimes I've gotten those intrusive thoughts and moments where I'm like, oh, I want to kind of just like jump off this, and then like immediately my brain is like, no dude, like you probably break several ribs and at least one of your femurs. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's hilarious how like your conscious and subconscious and your ego and your logic like battle each other, like, you know, like which one is you? You know, that's it. Like, you know, is the logic version of you actually you, and you're just battling the ego, which is like not actually you, it's just your primal instincts? Like, I don't know, I think it's like I've said before, I think we are, like I am is the culmination of many things, you know. Painting goo, painting goo, painting goo. It was annoying me how rough the edges of the shark's eyes are. Man, Stabberoo fucking dropping the AI art of the cheetah shark into the Telegram chat. The shark, man, that was so fucking funny. I kind of want to do like a panel, like just a character painting. Like, it wouldn't be that big and all that. You know, like, you know the thing I did with the rabbit and the gorilla for like the predator team. I love that one. It's hilarious. Shout out again to Stabberoo for the idea for that one. It was fucking funny. Do you want me to send you a scan of that or something, man? Like, that thing's small enough that I could probably bring that around the corner and get it scanned and send you a fucking send you at least a fucking scan of that. Like, Like that came out brilliant. It's so funny. That actually got a good response on the socials and stuff as well. Like, but yeah, I want to do one about like this big or something. Like, you know, fucking not too big, but just white, or maybe like blue to represent being underwater or something. Like, but just a derpy looking cheetah printed shark. Like, I make him kind of fat. You know, like, make him a bit chunky and like derpy looking, and then just like the shape of a shark. But then, like, obviously I won't make him furry. Right? I mean, I could. But like, painting good. Oh, gross. Put some detail on the Giga Mouse's machine gun. I need to put the bullet in his teeth. That's what I need to do.
Watch videos ad-free, offline and in the background. Try YouTube Premium free of charge.
Oh, surf. The fucking... I gotta let that play. I love this. Fucking 8-bit Russian stuff. Like, paint goo. Paint goo. Oh, I fucking love it. Paint goo. Paint goo. Painting. Goo goo. Paint goo. The hottest bop out of Belgrade. Oh, brilliant. So funny. Paint goo. Goo goo. Paint goo. That is kind of you, but don't. Oh, that is kind of you. Like, I read that wrong. That's kind of you? Like, like, not really you. That is kind of you, but don't want to put you out. When can I send another couple? When I can send another couple books your way, maybe. Yeah, like, don't worry about it. Like, you know, like, I don't even really want to charge you for the thing. Like, it's because you, like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have made the fucking thing, kind of thing. You know. So I want you to at least like have a fucking scan of the thing or something, like. And like, I don't mind if you want to fucking, like, I'll send you the original and you can just like send me money over like months for it. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to like hand me like a lot of money up front, like. You could just like super chat me like 10 months in a row or something, like, you know what I mean? But that's like the kind of thing where like I wouldn't want someone else to have that, like, you know. Unless they, like, obviously really appreciated it, like, you know, and fucking... Because, like, it's like an inside joke kind of thing, like, you know. I'd want you to have it, like, you know. I kind of want to make the machine gun very bling. Will we go Metlingu? I don't see Corbear anymore. And the females here, we leave the Metlin on. But when I don't see Corbear in the chat, it's time to fucking grunge, motherfucker. Is that the only metal thing I have on the actual Painting Goo playlist? I should be ashamed of myself. That is woefully shit of me. I need to remedy that. I need to stick some actual, like, that's literally the only metal thing I have on the, well, I suppose Disturbed is there as well, but need more metal for Painting Goo. I know I have a really nice gent playlist here somewhere. For those of you who don't know what gent is, you're about to find out. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just stick this on. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about that copyright shit.
Well, you got to work with
For sure, man. For sure, man. I got you, cuz. Right, I have to go over the palm trees again. But yeah, I'm gonna bling the shit out of this fucking machine gun. These guys are called monuments. This is the end. Oh, gross. Giga Mouse earned 1,000k headshots on COD. Bling is going proper. That's hilarious. In the original, like, well, not in the original, the fucking, well, I suppose the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but it was Call of Duty 4. The highest one you could get was, or was it? Was gold the last one? Surely it would be. I can't remember. But I remember Red Tiger being for headshots or something. Can't remember. But I had the Red Tiger for like a ton of guns. Or unforeseen. I'm always fucking the lyrics up. It's cause I've never like, unless I listen to a song like all the time, like I've never been like really into a band. You know what I mean? I've like bought like band merch and shit around. Like I'm just like, yeah, this song's deadly.
Into 888 Casino.
How about you go dive right off a cliff, you fuck? Fuck off my stream. I really need to get my hands on like a genuine Japanese calligraphy brush or something, like, because the points on these things just don't hold up. Actually not bad, because like all it, like, you know, I just tried to mix a tone that looks gold, but it's actually just like kind of a raw sienna-ish or some shit, like. Because there's no way I'm wasting the little amount of fucking the metallic colors, like, do you know what I mean? Like, first thing I'm gonna do is do what I said with 2 Acre yesterday, with like that battle moose tank idea, the battle moose hover tank thing. I was thinking about that earlier. That's gonna, like, I think there's 2 kinds of copper there. There's like copper or bronze or something, like. But I might do a blending of the 2, or mix black with one or something, like. But I think that looks savage. Gonna try and make it look mean looking. Ah, Dick Fordu! Welcome to Paintingu. I like this guy's vocals, but like honestly, the English lad that used to be in them is way better. And I put fucking like a pinhead's worth of green in the yellow there. I got a really nice green, bright green. Things are so highly pigmented. It's glorious. I love it. I love seeing Printer Bear's comment there the other day, where it's like, Riv, Raff, Rov makes me laugh every time. The golden machine gun wedding cake who is outmatched. Yeah, we're really blinging up the Giga Mouse now. I don't know. I had the wedding free hand here, so what I could do is like it looks like the Giga Mouse. It looks like the Giga Mouse is like, you know, showing up with his fucking, you know, boombox and his fucking blinged out M40 or whatever, like, and he's like, you know, here to fuck some shit up. And we'll put a load of bullet holes in the wedding cake, but I could put a detonator in the empty hand and put like a fucking floating bomb behind him or something. So like the expression, like the faceless wedding cake has already avenged the bride, but nobody knows. The wedding cake won in the end. Well, it's pretty much the same shade. Thought I was onto a winner there. This is a very pale green. This is like mint green. Slapped a bit of white in it. Oh no, I forgot actually to check them out. I put it in the playlist though. I didn't know that was metal. I thought that was some more you know, like fucking what the fuck are they called? Hylung? I thought it was more along the things of Hylung. Hold on. Completely forgot about that. Tunes, PEINTEINGU Tunes. Kill. That's hilarious. I'm already on this vibe. That's hilarious. The fucking first song on the album is called First Kill. I only watched First Blood there the other night. It's hilarious. The end of that movie's like so real. The way John Rambo's just like freaking out and like saying everything and like it's so real. Like. Man, Sylvester Stallone is fucking goated to fuck. I love The Demolition Man. It's such a good movie. It's like Death Clock. Norse clock. It's gonna look like Swiss cheese in no time, but bunch. Armart crushes. Love these dudes. Oh, this is Armart. I didn't even know. I've heard of them. I didn't know this is them. I didn't even look at the name. What's this say? Yoms Viking or some shit. Hilarious. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Okay, now I need to make like a beige color and like put loads of spots all over them and then holes in those beige spots, and that should make it look like the cake has been shot the fuck. Because I don't want to just put blood all over the cake, because like it's a cake, to look like he actually shot a cake, you know, like it's got like holes in the cake. No blood, just holes. Painting goo, painting goo. Painting goo, painting goo, painting goo. Painting goo, painting goo, painting goo. Just a smidge darker. Just a smidge. Kind of want to cut one of the ribbons and like have it flapping down. I want this wedding cake to look like it's dying. I would just be like, well, I put one single bullet hole in the fucking bride's head, like he just went da-da-da-da-da and like riddled the wedding cake, and like the recoil brought it up, and it just like domed the bride out. Don't worry, my love. The cake will protect us. The thing just gets like da-da-da-da, and she gets domed. No. Meanwhile, the Giga Mouse is just like blasting hip hop. Like, niggas hit the floor! Like, it's like the most audacious wedding fucking crashing ever. Like, this is a fucking blinged out M40 and a boom. Giant mutant roided out mouse. It's just crashed a wedding. Like, oh fuck. It's like, what, did the bride and groom make a deal with a djinn to have the best wedding cake ever? A bride make a deal with the devil to have the best wedding cake ever at their wedding, and like, because their wedding cake becomes a Glock-wielding superhuman wedding cake. A giant Glock-wielding super cake. It was inevitable that a giant Giga Mouse, a giant ghetto Giga Mouse. Oh fuck. The wedding cake has been riddled. Thing just got like sprayed in the face. It doesn't have a face. It can't get sprayed in the face if it doesn't have a face. Some things are so much better when you don't give them like too much. Like just give it arms and legs, and that's it. Don't give it eyes. Don't give it a mouth. Don't give it shit. Just give it arms and legs and animate it, and it's like the funniest thing ever. Like. Oh. It's fairly gruesome looking. And like the mouse looks so like he doesn't give a fuck. Like he's just here to complete his mission. You know? Still need to do a bit of work on him. Some areas are a bit off.
If you think that kittens are all the same, think again. They have unique health needs at each stage of growth.
Shut the fuck up.
Join Royal to stand up for each kitten's unique health.
Fuck you and your kittens, bitch.
It's impossible to distinguish a scream of fear from a scream of excitement.
What the fuck?
Because what you fear is what makes you feel.
Oh, that's bollocks. This is not my kind of metal, but like I can appreciate it for like this kind of shit makes me laugh because it's like awesome, but like kind of funny, like. Fucked up the bullet in the mouse's mouth or teeth. I put the shell on the bullet. It should just be the bullet. I'll fix that at a later stage. Can't believe I did that. It's fucking stupid. What are the odds they're both are left-handed? I suppose, yeah. That's hilarious. What are the odds that they're both left-handed? That's brilliant. You should hear their cover of Aerials by System of a Down. Oh, I can only imagine. Aerials in the sky. One man. One man. Man, I'm fucking really satisfied how the bullet holes in the cake turned out. They're actually hilarious. I did want to kind of fucking want to break one of these ribbons or something and like have it flopping down or some shit. I don't know. Or I could make the ribbons like a bandana at the back and have it flopping down. But yeah, I'm gonna put a detonator in his hand because his thumb is kind of like erect. You're like, yeah, like it's ready, like it's ready to press. I could put like a little wedding cake with dynamite on it or something, and a candle. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I just want to make it apparent that the cake has won, regardless of being shot to shit. You know, and sure, the bride got it, but like, the mouse will die. Thinking like what, like you could have like that, a bundle of dynamite, like what, like straight up just look like a bomb, you know, is like typically a bundle of dynamite with wires, or like you have a big box with wires and a timer or something. I could make a cake with candles on it and then put a strap around it and a timer on it and then some wires sticking out. Yeah, fuck it, that's what I'll do. Raise your horns, raise them up to the sky. Sounds kind of gay, man. I don't know, like... Taste your happy place. Ugh, that sounds like a sexual innuendo. Like, the fuck? Right, my beloved Japanites, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed today's painting. My ass is considerably numb right now. We made decent progress. We detailed the buildings, we blinged the Giga Mouse's machine gun, and we riddled the cake and murdered the bride. So, a good day of painting goo altogether. Oh god, I'm knackered. Right. My beloved Japanites, and all you other filthy mortars, I bid you farewell. Until tomorrow! Same time-o, same price-o, same high-octane painting energy. Until then, my beloved Japanites, and all you other filthy mortals, remember to click the link in the description and pay for painting if you have any honor. And be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I shall see you soon. Sayonara.